Hello, hello, beautiful souls. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. Beautiful souls. It really sucks when it comes to human connection, okay? 3D connection here with other people. Because if you notice, you will never meet someone like you or even on your level. And I'm a firm believer now that in order for a relationship to truly work, whether that's a friendship or a relationship, family thing, you all should be able to meet in the middle. There should be some sort of compatibility there, similarities, things of that sort. But it just seems like with us, we are always doing things on the better end. And like I said, I'm not saying this to toot our horns or like, yeah, look at us versus them. Just a little bit, just a little bit. But not like that, not like in a bully way, but in an actual realistic way. And if you're new to my channel, the truth hurts, but it needs to be told. If you are OG, okay, y'all my ride or dies here, you already know how I get down. I'm gonna tell the truth. One thing that has always bothered me when it comes to relationships and connections is when if I don't reach out, then there's nothing. It's very rare that you will run across friends or even some family members that will be the one to go out their way for you. It seems like as chosen ones, we are always the ones going out of our way for others, but we never get it back in return. Like when it comes to reciprocation for most of anything dealing with us, we don't get what we deserve. We always get the shorter end of the stick. And it kind of goes back to the saying where it says the nice guy finishes last. I'll do a separate video on that because I feel like we used to relate on that, and even sometimes we still can. But with today's video, it's more so the surface level people that we keep attracting. And they want to take, they love our energy. They love to take and take. But when it's time to give, it's barely anything. And it's like, as soon as you stop being the one to reach out first, you don't get anything. That to me is extremely foul. And it shows me that you are not genuine. You are not who you say you are. And you're going to run across that a lot, unfortunately, as a chosen one. There's so many people that I no longer speak to, and it wasn't because we had fallout or malice, somewhat. But a lot of the people, it was just I stopped texting first, I stopped calling first, and now there's just nothing. And they'll see you on social media and try to be weird, or maybe see you in person every now. But it used to be, well, we went out on the weekends, we went places, we did whatever, but I was the one. It was like I was the one who had to go out my way to make sure this happened. And then when you just take a step back and wonder, when's the last time they asked me how my day is? When did they just hit me up just because? Most of the time, people hit us up when they want something, when they need something, or to just get something off their chest to vent. We're like natural therapists as chosen ones. People love talking to us and coming around us, but it can get to the point where, like I said, it's more of like a therapist and a client relationship, okay, versus it actually being a friendship. So I'm in this video, I just want you to check your group, whoever you're around, who you've been around, if you're around people, because like I said, I know most of us are loners, okay, period. But for those of you who are still interacting with people around you on a daily basis, make sure it's not just you pouring and pouring into everyone else's cup around you when yours is empty, barely scratching the surface, just dry. That's not good. And it's not okay. It's not acceptable. I know they say when you give, you give without expecting things. They tell you your expectations is what hurt you. And in a sense, yes, but I hate that saying so bad. It's true. It is so true, but I freaking hate it. Like I really, as an empath, it hurts because you didn't have high expectations for me or certain expectations, but I still rose up to show you that I'm a great person, that you would love to have me by your side. But then it's like people feel like it's okay to give us crumbs because we are kind, because we are sweet. And the thing about it is that, baby, we're not going to let these low vibrational losers change us into being nasty or disgusting or like bare minimum effort. No. You still be that sweet and genuine and kind person, but be extremely selective. And this might be a controversial thing I'm about to say. You all let me know in the comment section, but how do you all feel about like unconditional love? Me personally, it's very hard to give any human that when I know my worth now, because it's just more so like goes back to the whole empty cup thing. If I'm just pouring and giving and giving and giving, not expecting to get anything in return, and I'm just doing this to most people around me, what do you get in the long run from that? When you just love and love and love and love and you get crap in return, how do you get fulfillment from that? And this is me actually asking an actual question. I'm not trying to be like smart or anything, smart mouth or nothing, because I know I can be sarcastic, but I'm being so serious. So that's an open discussion in the comment section, how you feel about unconditional love. But I feel like I can only truly show that with my children. And my reasoning behind that is because my children didn't ask to be here. I voluntarily was with my husband and we decided to have children. God decided for us to have these children. So there wasn't like an expectation when I met them, whatever. Again, I'm their mother. But when it comes to other people, I feel like there should be certain standards and boundaries and things of that nature there. So, like I said, you all let me know that. But with a lot of people who we meet, we are what keeps it going. We are the best friend that we're trying to find in other people. We are the lover that we're trying to find in our lover. Like when God gives us to people, honestly, it's not even fair. Like it's not even fair because no one really truly meets our exchange. Like our energy is just that amazing. And I feel like when we stop reaching out to people, or like I said, if you don't want to give anymore, that other person has already taken so much from you that that's why they feel comfortable with letting the connection just die, or they don't really apply much effort because you've already given about 80% of it, 80% of the relationship as a chosen one. Like I said, I know there's going to be some people that completely like, girl, you are spot on. In all of my relationships, I was always the better friend. In a relationship, I was always the better partner. When I go and I ask people, because I do, right before I'm about to block them and they're no longer in my life, I'll ask them. Say, for example, if we knew each other for 5 years, I'll say, in 5 years, can you name 5 things that I've done foul to you or wrong to you, or you had to tell me multiple times you didn't like this or to stop doing it? Can you give me that? I'm always I'm always met with crickets. Like the crickets are having the best freaking performance. Okay. Like the crickets is hitting that the crickets be hitting that guitar, the crickets be hitting them drums, baby. Because there's nothing else that's being said but the crickets. And then I'm like, well, they love to give you back in return. Well, no one's perfect. No one's perfect. Okay, I'm not perfect. So give me 5 things I've done wrong to you. Matter of fact, give me 4. Give me 3. Give me 2. I know you can give me at least 1. And mind you, not something where it's a reaction to your crap and your BS, but a actual action I took first to harm you or to do you wrong. Like I said, I'm always met with the cricket band. But yet on the other end, if they were to ask me that, oh baby, I can roll out a whole list longer than like the CVS receipts. Okay. Okay, like seriously. And I'm not trying to be funny or petty. It's just what it is. Like we take so much from people, and yet when it's their turn to give back, it is absolutely disgusting. And that's almost like the price that you pay for being a genuine and beautiful soul. You are the blessing all the time. And it just gets to the point that you just don't want to be around people. Because why should you always be the one having to do the most? Why is the connection dying because you're not reaching out? What if you're going through something or depressed or whatever, and you just want to see who's going to be those people to reach out? It's sad. It truly is. And like I said, that's why we are like popular loners. That's why, again, a lot of people may know us a little somewhat, but they don't truly understand who we are. And a lot of times it's for the better because someone who has such a beautiful heart and soul such as yourself should be treated and matched with the same effort and energy. And if it can't be done, then remove yourself. Those people who decided to not match your energy, not reciprocate, they were dead weight. And it's not even like a regret thing. I know some of you might regret that you are this person, that you are always the blessing to people and you always give more than you receive. But baby, understand that it goes back to our duty and our jobs as chosen ones and healers and light workers. Those people never regret the love that you give because they needed it. They needed it more than you. Yeah. We need the love. Don't get me wrong. We've been through hell and back. But our love is going to come from God. Our true, true love is going to come from God. I'm just convinced by that. Like I said, God has blessed me with a husband, but my husband's love compares to God love. There's not even a comparison. I mean, God is the definition of love. Like, hello. And he's probably the first guy I've met who could actually keep up and reciprocate with me. But I'm also thinking about all the other people who, when I met them, it was just like night and day. Their tank was up here while my tank was down to the ground, just self-sacrificing. But those people who do not appreciate you and you're always the giver while they're just taking, like I said, God placed you in their life for a reason, but God is also going to remove you because you're not just here to be the person to be drained dry while everybody else around you feels great because of you. No, that's only for a time period. And things we might not deem as fair, God has a plan. That's why God tells you not to lean on your own understanding. God tells us not to lean on our own understanding because his ways are higher than our ways. And the things that we thought were like set to trap us or to tear us down, it might have done those things briefly, but the ending outcome of that made you such a powerful and strong individual. And that's what God needs from us. We have to be very strong. You cannot be weak as a chosen one. You have to be like solid, like rock solid, because this world is nothing. It's not for the weak, as they tell you. The weak does not survive. No. So we got to go through all sorts of hells, okay? Different rings of hell. Like I said, family, friends, co-workers, random people, whatever. We're being tested from all of this so that we can be our ultimate self. And a lot of us, we're still getting there. I know I am. Okay. I know I am. But don't feel like half of a person or completely neglected. Just know that you are amazing. And you're not gonna the expectation to meet someone like you or love like you, it should be like in the middle. I'm not going to say like low because I believe in manifestation as well, but don't have the expectation to be like really high because most people, they're not going to be able to meet you on the same level that you are. Our energy is just insanely beautiful and it will go out of its way. We truly treat people how we want to be treated, whereas though other people, they treat us as just another 3D person. They don't look at us and see our soul and our heart. They just see us as a body. And that's why people choose to abuse us and do those things. And again, God will remove you out their life. Like I said, everyone has their awakening where it's like, you know what, I'm done with it. But just know that they needed that at the time. And God allowed you to be that person. And the same love that you gave out to all these people that didn't deserve it, it's going to come back to you. The same love you gave out will come back to you. I promise you that. And it will be more beautiful than what you ever imagined. Because God did do that for me with my husband. And God will do it for you, for your wife or your husband out there. Just believe and keep holding on. And again, know when to release yourself. Okay? Know when people are a lesson or a blessing. You're always the blessing. But not everybody is meant to stay around. And that's why when you stop reaching out, they already got everything that they needed. But what they fail to realize is that they'll never find you again. Because that cup will always go back down. You might have filled that cup up to where they needed it at the time, but they gonna want to come back and get more, like a narcissist. But when they try to come back, but baby, when they try to come back this time, you're gone. You've moved on. You've moved forward. So everything and everyone is a lesson for us, for the most part. Every every now and then God will allow you to meet that blessing. But a lot of the times it's just revolving doors, unfortunately. So keep your head up, chosen one. I know that it's not an easy battle that we face, but we have God. Therefore, we will get through it, okay? Just believe. You are loved, okay? You got this. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, beautiful souls. I'll be right back here tomorrow, okay? Keep your crown adjusted. Remember who you are and remember who loves you. I love you all so much, but remember, God loves your beautiful soul way more.